Hello! Welcome to lab number 4, torque and equilibrium. That was the last part of our force unit, torques and equilibriums. Remember, torques are just forces which cause rotation. And our lab is going to be on torque, equilibrium. So we need balance in the force loop. Yes, good Star Wars stuff, good Star Wars stuff. Here is, first you need to go and get the handout. Well, the handout, I would hand it out to you, but I can't, so here, take this one, take mine. Got it? Oh, don't drop it. Go in Essential Course Documents and get lab, under torque equilibrium, torque T, down at the bottom of the Essential Documents, torque equilibrium. Go get that. Gonna need that. This is basically going to explain how I'm doing the lab. If you were doing the lab, you would be doing the lab following these. I'm pretty much going to be following these instructions here, these procedures, but I'll kind of maybe tweak it a little bit, especially for the second part. There are two parts, part A, part B. Part A, pretty quick, pretty straightforward. Part A, you can even use the area down here. I created a little data table for you. I'm here for you, partner. I'm here for you. A little data table for you. This will work and function fine for Part A. Won't work for Part B. Part B, we're going to have to use another sheet of paper because it just has a lot of information. For Part B, I could not fit it in here. So, hey, I'm not going to do everything for you, okay? Okay, now, what are you doing? This is torque equilibrium. So what we got is a whole bunch of masses, various masses. We got 100s, we've got 200s, we got a 500 here, we have a 20. So cute, yes it is, it's so cute. And we have 50s and all kinds of masses. Okay. So we also have clamps. This is a clamp, and that clamp goes on a meter stick. This clamp fits on a meter stick like so. All right. A little twisty thing at the top, very scientific, very technical, a twisty thing. And that twisty thing allows me to move it and then twist it and lock it down. Lock it down. Okay, now what I'm doing is I'm twisting it and locking it down right at the 50.0, 50.0. I'm going to show you that. How am I reading this? You see the clamp there, and you see that metal vertical? That's resting right at the 50.0. So this is halfway across the meter stick. And we would expect a high quality made in America meter stick to have its center of mass. That means where the average mass is, right in the middle. It doesn't always work that way. As a matter of fact, it rarely does. So let's find out. So now I have a stand. This is going to be the stand that I'm going to use to hold up the meter stick with the clamping thing. Vehicle noise, no respect. And let's see if this is truly a high quality made in America. Okay, meter stick, let go of it. Nope, it didn't balance from the center. That's because they rarely do. They're made of compressed wood, and sometimes the wood is a little more dense on one side than the other, so they're not quite in the middle. But we are going to have to know where the center of gravity of this meter stick is. We are going to have to know that, and you will notice that on your sheet, it does say location of center of gravity, okay, just below the mass of the meter stick. So we are going to have to mass the meter stick, but we also have to know where that center of location is. There's a couple ways we could do it. I could play around with it on here until I get it to balance, and that can kind of drive you nuts a little bit. It's kind of like you're playing around with this is fun for me to watch you guys do it, especially those anal retentive people, that everything's got to be perfect. Oh, that was a good time. Now I am playing around literally with a millimeter here. Oh, about a millimeter. Are you having fun? Are you having fun watching this? Because you're probably having more fun. Now it's good. See, I can. Don't breathe. Dang it. Okay. Well, I'm going to call this a day. I'm going to call this close enough for government work. We've got this. Come on, stay. I know. Some of you already know. You don't have it. You don't have it. Oh, I can't get it to balance perfectly. That's okay, because I am literally playing with about a half a millimeter here, trying to get that half a millimeter to move, and it's just not working. So you know what? ooh, don't do that. We're gonna call it a day and leave it right this time. This is it, last one. Oh, it was so darn close. I can't get any closer than that. All right, so now I'm gonna read where the clamp is. Don't move it. Okay, now you will see it's not directly on the 50. I want to move that, don't want to slide that. You will see that the vertical metal is not on the 50, so it's off center a little bit. And that reads 50, wait, you can't see this. It reads 50, well that's 50, that's 60, that's 51, that's 49. So 49.1, 2, 3, 4, 49.6. 49.6, if I slide that over, and I get the 49.5, yep, it was 49.6. So the center of mass of this meter stick is 49.6. Write it down, you need that for all 5 trials that we're going to be doing in this lab. Center of mass of the meter stick isn't going to change. I'm not going to change the meter stick. So its center of mass is always 49.6. I'm going to write that down too. I'm not going to write it on this because I'm not going to messify it, but I'll write it on this sheet of paper I have here. So COG, I call it 49.6 centimeters, or 0.496 meters. Okay, so that is the center of gravity. Now, what I'm going to have to do is, now I'm going to have to mass this meter. So I'll go and do that. I'll go run down and do that on the electronic balance. I only have non-electronic balances in this room. It's a pain in the butt. So I'll go do that for you, and I'll write that down, and when I come back, I'll get that. But I'm also going to have to mass these clampy things. You see, I know it's a technical term, right? See that clampy thing? Some clampy things have a dangly on it. A dangly, very, very technical term. That's to hold up the mass. Okay, clamp with the dangly. And we have clamps without danglies. This clamp doesn't have a dangly. We don't need a dangly because that's going to be my pivot point. This is going to be a torque equilibrium. What I'm going to do is put masses on this meter stick, and that's my pivot. And you don't need a dangly at the pivot because that's where the support is. So that's a clamp without a dangly. But I am going to have to know the masses of those clamps. I don't need to know the mass of the clamp without the dangly. Anybody know why? Why I don't need to know that mass? Because it's going to be at the pivot point. There's no torque at the pivot point. No torque here. There's torque out here. So if I take a clamp and I put it out here and there's a dangly and I put a mass on there, okay, this little bad Larry is going to go vroom and torque down. And it's due to the mass and the clamp with the dangly. So the mass total causing that torque would be the combination of that mass and the clamp. So I do need to know those clamps and their masses, and they're not all the same. Unfortunately for me and or you, if you were doing this, they're all different. There's different styles of clamp. Like I got 3 different styles of clamp here, and I've got different danglies on them with different masses. The copper looks like copper wire, looks like a paper clip. So they're all different, and you do have to know that. So I will mass all 5 of these clamps in the meter stick, and yeah, and then I'll be back.